power and the money, and Washington, D.C. gets the notoriety, and Boston and Philly got a little chip on their shoulder. Like it's almost like we'll show you. Like the media's tough.
That's a bunch of crap that just the media came up with. Like they always sit there going like Boston and Philly feel inferior to New York City. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, I like the John Hancock Tower, but have you seen the Empire State Building? Oh, what I would do to kill for buildings like that. I didn't care. You know something? Once I saw the whole Baker Mayfield thing, once you get your opinion, you're like crazy with it. You just won't back down. You had a pro athlete sitting here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Got right in his kitchen.
You're gym class Jerry over here arguing with the guy like you got drafted too. It was ridiculous.
And then I see this play right here. Now watch this, Baker. And you throw a touchdown, and instead of – now, I don't like this. I'm going to tell you right now. How come you're not – what? Where are you going? Where are you going over there?
Our band is over there. Our student section's right there. And then straight back to our sideline.
What about your teammates?
Did you watch the rest of the game?
I watched the whole game.
You did? So you saw me celebrate with my teammates like the 3 touchdowns before that too?
I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
You want me to be a soft, one of those Twitter tough guys? When guys come and sit on the couch, I go right after them. Don't you respect me for that?
No, I don't. Your big dumb desk hiding behind your microphone.
I respect you for keeping it real, Colin.
Yeah, I kept it 100.
What about when you call somebody out and then have them in front of you? That's punk. Can't do that.
But then you can actually just admit that you're wrong when the guy's delivering, because now he's delivering, he's still trashing.
Well, yeah, he's not admitting that he's wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Guy, Tom left Belichick, and there was this sense that Belichick wore his ass out. He was exhausted from it. If you had to pick.
Oh, my God. Are you going to go Real Housewives on me here?
Well, I'm saying.
You weren't in the locker room. You don't know what happened. Who did you talk to?
I'm American.
Some other guy who never played professional sports by the water cooler? You don't know what happened.
I heard you have a terrible theory, and I want you to say this. So your theory on Boston is, let's just wait till LeBron's old. You don't want to be aggressive and get players.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
You got misinformation.
What did you say?
Well, why would you say I have a horrible theory without checking with me first? It's like you already threw me under the bus. Well, I get it. You got a big desk.
You seem so reasonable. Our Patriot fans, like, it's so funny. With the Red Sox, it doesn't matter how great you are.
I just love how you go into questions.
Okay. So just
you seem so reasonable. Okay, what unreasonable Boston person are you going to trash this time?
Okay. So with the Red
Sox, we're discussing politics.
Well, let me finish here. Okay. When the Red Sox, no matter how great you are.
Whatever you think we do there.
You're in your comedy prime right now. Like this is, you got about 8 years left.
How do you judge that?
Because your energy level is high. You're nimble. I mean, dude.
And what do you do? I'm not like an athlete. I'm going to blow out an Achilles and I can't write a joke anymore. If I blow out an Achilles, that's 20 minutes of material.
I think it's easier to be funny in lousy weather. Seinfeld calls it the comedy jet stream. Seattle, Minneapolis, Boston, New York. Nobody's funny in Phoenix. Nobody.
What are you talking about? David Spade is from Phoenix.
Only funny guy ever from Phoenix. Huh? That's the whole.
Nice recovery.
In the whole world.
I only have 2 comics on this show, Bill Burr and David Spade. Nobody funny in Phoenix.
But
half your comedians you put on this show are from that state.
No, I banned them. No matter how great a Red Sox you are, when you leave, you get trashed by ownership. It doesn't matter. Manny, Schilling, it doesn't matter. No more. But Patriot fans are okay rooting for Tom. It's like 2 different fan bases. The Red Sox fans, the minute you leave.
They're not. They're the same people. It's the same city. Do you think they ship out all the Patriots fans during baseball season?
2 comedians I bring on the show, David Spade and Bill Burr. And he's a football fan. He's a Patriot fan. He's got 2 things right now. F is for Family, 3rd year on Netflix. That's good, because that's good money over there.
Yes, sir.
It's excellent money.
Yes, it is.
A lot of money.
Jesus, what are you trying to do? You trying to get me some gold digger to go after me?
Here we go.
Let's relax. Like, we're very, you wouldn't know that we like each other. Let's try to tone it down.
No, I'm not. I'm just. No.
I know what happened. You came right at me just saying my theory stunk. I'm just here to promote a cartoon. I'm a dancing monkey today. I'm trying to be a good guy. I want people to like me and watch the show here, and you're coming at me. I don't know anything about hoop. I'm a 5'10" white guy.
And then you're also on The Front Runner, which starring you and Hugh Jackman. You're a comedian who can act, which is amazing, because I think acting's hard, and you act. Are you a good actor?
There's a lot of comedians. Robin Williams won an Oscar. Eddie Murphy. I mean, there's a lot of Martin Lawrence. There's a lot of good comedian actors. I got like 8 lines in a movie, dude. You're acting like I'm doing some Daniel Day-Lewis stuff.
My left foot. When Brady left the system and went to Tampa and won, I'm like, that's good for the performer. He means more than the system. You're a performer. I'd root for you over Caesars. Do you lean a little, kind of a little Boston of you look at Tom and go, he kind of stuck it to the system. The guy beat the system.
Oh, this is such a Real Housewife question. Is his victory somebody else's defeat?
Let me ask you this, though. If I said...
Yeah, come up with another, I don't know what the hell, Real Housewives reason.
If,
you know what I heard? I heard he told me he had to pull up his socks. Tom didn't like that.
You're talking to America's honesty broker. I got a lot of sources, okay? So...
Oh, yeah. I always love when somebody tells me how honest they are. You going to sell me a car now, Colin?
Are you from Southie?
No, that's a Goodwill Hunting question that I've answered for 15 years, ever since that movie came out. Are you good at math? Do you like apples?
Where are you from in Boston?
I lived in a safe suburbs.
Saugus?
Wait, do you really?
I would like to know.
Look how beautiful you are. Look how beautiful. You know how many psychos are out there? I'm not going to tell where I live.
No, I feel like
What's your social security number?
I don't know what it is about Boston, guys, but Bill Burr is the voice of Boston and America. He's common sense. He's smart. He's a great comedian. He was just in The King of Staten Island. It's now available on digital Blu-ray, and he is joining us via the Cowherd Global Satellite Network.
Can we start by saying I am not the voice of Boston?
Okay.
I grew up in the suburbs. I'm not as tough as the guys, at least the Boston I remember. You hate Boston. I get it. You hate Boston, and you're I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what happened to you when you went to Boston. I don't know what happened. Okay, but I am not their representative. I left more than a quarter of a century ago. I'm sorry you went on the Freedom Trail and you didn't get to meet Paul Revere or whatever they promised you.
It's nice to be back here down in the South, man. I had a real weird experience last time I came down here. I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. Oh, yeah, it's not going to be pronounced with the A. It's going to be with the R. And he hit the R. He, like, stuck the landing. It was like a dismount. Klan members high-fiving in the background, like doing the wave. Just out of nowhere. So now, immediately, I'm looking over my shoulder like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for like this hail of black fists to come raining down on top of me. I hate when people do stuff like that. That dude made me part of like a potential ass kicking that I had nothing to do with. You don't do shit like that. He just had that word, hot potato, just threw it in my lap. Like, trying to pass it down to the next white dude. I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right? I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia. Don't just dive into it. That dude was one of the angriest people I ever met. I should have known that word was coming, because he was just watching Terrell, right? Anytime I would bring up, look at man, that guy's talking trash, he would just like flip out. He won't shut up! You know those people get like so mad they're not even looking at you? Their eyes are up, you just shut up and play the game! You know what's funny? I don't even like Terrell, but now I love the guy. Because every time I see him talking trash, I know this idiot in Nashville is just losing his mind, like kicking over his kitchen TV. Shut the fuck up! I like violence, man. I am. Not like when it happens to me or if I see it live. I like watching it on TV, you know? Watching people, you know, get attacked by animals. Just get blasted in the face or something, you know? Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You know my favorite, like, moment of, like, the last year was in sports? That Detroit Piston, Indiana Pacer bench clearing brawl. Wasn't that great? That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was so confused when I watched ESPN that day. They were like, that was absolutely disgraceful. Basketball fans, it just must be a... I'm sitting there looking like, I'm a basketball fan. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching out-of-shape civilians get the shit kicked out of them by professional athletes. It was fascinating. And I think as sports fans, we kind of had it coming, right? Because how many times you gone to a game, right? You got a little too drunk, you started screaming at some dude on the field who could clearly kick the shit out of you, right? If you saw him in the parking lot, you'd be like, hey, can you sign my stamp collection? I think you're awesome. You get in the game, you're all drunk, you're like, you suck, buddy! You're a piece of shit! And they're always calling him up, come on up here! No, come on up here! Well, they came up there. They did, and they kicked the shit out of everybody. It was great. It was like a cartoon. You're like beating up whole rows of people at once, like... I loved every second. I love how Ron Artest punched the wrong guy. Wasn't that great? He taught that dude a valuable lesson in life. When shit goes down, you don't just stand there like you're watching a movie like, wow, it's coming right at me. Must be in 3D or something. That was a 5'6", 110-pound white dude, had an angry 6'10" black dude running right at him. That had to have been in his top 3 nightmares all time. Right behind getting his dick cut off and being lit on fire. And he just stood there. He's like trying to explain himself. Well, I still have the liquid in my cup, so there's no way I could have... He's an idiot.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.
So anyways, I'm a married man with a kid, happily married man. Yes, I am. I love my wife to death. I love everything about being fucking married, but I'll tell you this right now. We do fight a lot. We do argue all the time. If I've learned anything in 5 years of being married is we're always working on me. You know? Evidently, my wife is this completed work under museum glass that is to be admired and studied. Like, how did she do that? And I'm like one of these guys, you know those buildings that just has scaffolding around it for like 6 straight years? So you're like, are they ever going to finish that thing? Is that some sort of insurance job? Jesus Christ, what a piece of shit. You should just tear it down and start over again. Yeah. I have a temper. So that's the thing. That's what kind of ruins things. Everything else I do is fine, but I have a fucking temper, and it just ruins shit. And then my wife always says the same thing. She's always just like, I just don't understand. Where did that come from? Where is that coming from? It's you just go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. It's like, first of all, I idle at 75 miles an hour. All right? So don't give me this 0 to 100. I walked into this restaurant at 75. I could hear that guy talking too loud on his cell phone from the fucking parking lot. Yeah, I fucking tried all of this shit, you know. Whenever she says that to me, though, I swear to God, I just don't understand where is this coming from? It actually hurts my feelings when she says that, you know? Because it makes me feel like she's not listening to me. It's like, honey, how many childhood stories do I have to tell you before you follow the breadcrumbs to the absolute lunatic that you married? Didn't you ever take a psychology class? I'm not that complex. Like, I'll tell you guys a quick childhood story. I'll tell you one of the funnier ones, right? One time, when I was like 6, my older brother was 8. We were in the back seat of my dad's car, and we were like laughing, and we were excited because it was around Christmas, right? And my dad just had this thing. He just didn't like joy, you know? So he's sitting there driving, he's going like, Jesus Christ, knock it off back there! Christ, you're giggling like a couple little schoolgirls! Christ, you don't straighten up, I'm gonna buy you a doll for Christmas! And then he did. I swear to God, he made us hold him up. My mother's taking pictures in front of the Christmas tree. I'm just standing there like, Afterwards, I ran upstairs to my top bunk. And my dad knew he fucked up, to his credit. He came up, he tried to smooth it over. He's like, all right, come on back down. It's over. Come on down and enjoy the holiday. And I'm like, God, I don't want to eat this. I fucking hate you. Right? He eventually coaxed me down, you know. He softened up a little bit. Look, you don't get your fucking ass back downstairs. No one else can open that gift. I'm moving out. I said moving out. I go back downstairs all shell-shocked. Here's another gift for you, Billy. I'm like, is this a fucking dollhouse? When does it end? Yeah, that was Christmas, and those were people that loved me. I just don't understand. Where is this coming from? I just don't understand. So, I gotta do it though. I gotta work on the temper. I'm gonna do it. you know, I got the kid now, and I don't want to pass it on to her. You know, I have like a demon in my family tree, like this fucking rage. It's just, you know, just keeps following us, and now I got it. I have it so bad, like literally my daughter, she's a little over 2 years old. She's yet to meet me yet, you know? Like the real me. She's seen glimpses of me. I come, hey, how are you? She's seen glimpses of the anger, but I'm able to smooth it over really quickly. Like, whoa, Daddy almost snapped his phone in half. But I see it in her face. I can see the way she looks at me. She's starting to put it together like, this dude's a little fucked up, man. This is a little fucked up. I cannot tell you how heartbreaking that is to see from a toddler. Much less your own daughter. I'm like, I gotta end this thing, man. This rage, it has to end with me. I can't have an angry kid just walking around fucking kicking toys, fucking bullshit, just being like a lunatic. I want to be like that priest in The Exorcist when the devil got in him and he just fucking leaps out the window and dies, you know? So I've been fucking trying everything, you know? I tried, you know, I don't know, I meditating, wearing sweaters. I did that for a while. Like if I dressed like a regular guy, I'd be one. I drew a smiley face on a Post-it and stuck it on my dashboard. Like that was gonna help with my road rage. You know, driving down the street like, you motherfucker! I guess I've done that too. Thank you, smiley face. I remember one night I actually considered taking a bath because I was gonna call my wife. I was on the road and I was like, I don't want to have a fight with her. I need to relax. What the fuck can I do? And I thought about it. It's like women take baths, right? They do. It's a very feminine thing. They have a bad week. I just want to decompress, and they just have a soak. And then they're just fine. Next thing you know, they're drinking wine. They're calling friends. I'm so glad you're in my life. And I feel I can get back out there again, right? So I'm literally alone. I start drawing a bath, and the water came all the way up. And at the end of the day, I couldn't fucking do it. There's just no way as a man to take a bath and not think about killing yourself, you know? There's just something about slipping into that coffin-shaped thing. It's like, am I gonna slit my wrists? Am I testifying against the mob? What the fuck am I doing here? I'm a man, I don't take a bath. You take a shower, hose it off, block out your feelings. Keep walking till you drop of a heart attack. Literally, as you're going down, are you okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. Can't take a bath, sitting there playing with a rubber ducky, sticking my toe in the faucet, right? Not allowed. Not allowed to be that happy. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go back to therapy, do that fucking bullshit again. Fast forward through all these stories I've told a million times. I gotta do it though. I'm gonna do it for my kid and do it for my wife. And selfishly, do it for me. Because, now, I'm gonna tell you why. You're not gonna like the results, miss. This is why I'm gonna do it, because if I actually don't have a temper, like, I just think to myself, like, what could my wife complain to me? Like, what could my wife bitch at me about, right? I fucking crush everything. I do, I take out the trash. Okay, the gate was squeaky the other day, I fucking make sure that was done, you know? I pick up after myself, I like to think I'm a good dad. I work my ass off, I make a great fucking living. Crush all of that. All she has on me is who I am as a person.
Thank you very much. Thank you. How are you? How's it going? All right. Good, standing up. Sit down. See if I'm funny. I've been inside for 1.5 years, just like you. All right. It's nice to be out here in Denver, man. It's legal on a state level, but not on a federal level, man. Buddy out here dressing like they're fucking going hiking. Your North Face pajamas and all the shit you guys have. You guys all live inside. So, how have you guys been doing, man? How's your pandemic been? You enjoyed it? You've been staying inside? Are you being safe? I am so fed up with religion. I ain't being safe. I don't fucking believe in it. It's all a bunch of lies. We're just totally divided. The people that are like, you gotta get vaccinated, you have to wrap yourself in an Afghan, and you gotta cover your face and hold your breath when you look at pictures of people. And then you got the other side. I don't give a shit. I'm going to have my balls out, walking down the street, because that's what Jesus said in John 13. I read it in my Bible study class. I don't give a fuck. And if I get it, I'm going to the hospital and be like, all right, fix me. You were right. Everybody, all hypocritical. All the liberals, you gotta wear the mask, you gotta wear the mask. And half of them, when they talk, they're pulling it down. They got it up under their fucking nose. Then the other assholes, they were all patriotic for years. America, love it or leave it. Support the troops. You know why? Get the fuck out. America, love it or leave it. All right, take the vaccine. Well, I don't trust the government. Where the fuck did that come from? I thought you were all about it. I thought you were waving the flag and all of that shit. Listen, here's the deal. We're never going to solve this shit until we all get on the same page, which we know is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, we got to set up some Hunger Games shit to solve it. And whoever wins, wins. It's the non-vaxxers versus the vaxxers. So there's a giant field. And all the people who don't want to get the vaccine. All the fatties and the fucking lunatics, right? You gotta fucking run the length of the field and try to make it to the other side while there's a helicopter flying over you and they're shooting the vaccine down at you. Right? Now I know what you're thinking. Well, that ain't fair, man. I'm running in my shit kickers. You're up there in a helicopter. You got a gun. Well, here's how it's a liberal with the gun. Right? They're not good at that. Oh my God, is it alive? Is it going to hit me? I don't feel safe. And by then, you're already halfway there when the straps of your overalls is off. If you make it to the other side, in the end, just like dodgeball, we'll see. We'll just score it. Who won? It's an idea. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I kind of quit. I got to be honest with you. For the first year of this shit, I was an American, and I was rooting for everybody. And then, I don't know, they let us outside for a couple of weeks, and then they sent us back in. And I just didn't have it in me anymore. It's like, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I hope a lot more people die. I really do. But the one good thing about this whole pandemic shit, and I really hope by the time this fucking thing comes out, that this will be considered old. I don't know. God willing. But the one great thing about this pandemic shit is it kind of slowed down a little bit of that cancel culture. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of hard to take your dick out at work when you're at home. Some people still manage to do it. They ordered some call, no pants on. All of a sudden standing up, their junk right in the screen. Still figured out a way to get fired. It was unreal. It's kind of good, though, that, those creeps got to take a break, because I felt like cancel culture, they were kind of running out of people to cancel, As much as they wanted to make it seem, there really was a finite amount of people that took their dick out at work, despite the stats, right? Every 1.6 seconds, somebody takes their dick out and shakes it in a woman's face in a cubicle. You're like, what? Every 1.6 seconds? I must not have been paying attention. Every 3.2 seconds, some man jizzes on a bird and rubs it in a woman's face. Holy shit! I didn't know that happened. Yeah, so fortunately, they rounded up all of these fucking animals and they got rid of them, right? But it kind of became like this cottage industry, and it was a way to kind of get rid of some men that maybe were in your way, It's like anything. It always the initial thing, you agree with it, and then it kind of gets out of control. So, I don't know. They kind of ran out of people. There was this kind of hilarious moment, like last year, where they started to try and cancel, dead people. Remember that? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, John Wayne was trending. I'm like, what, they got some found footage? You got a new movie coming out that maybe they shelved? And all of a sudden, there was all these stupid-ass woke white people, right? Oh, my God, did you see what John Wayne said in Playboy in 1971? There's a bunch of fucking white people all up in arms about a dead white guy. I can no longer tolerate this.
I can no longer tolerate dead for 45 years, John Wayne, saying things in a magazine that doesn't exist anymore. I am here for black people. These fucking idiots. What kind of a fucking idiot white person refers to themselves as woke? You know, if you actually were socially conscious, you'd realize that white people stole that word from black people. Once again, doing the Elvis thing, right? But you know what? I blame black people for that. One of them fucked up. They were at a party, there was white people there, and they let it slip out. Stay woke, however the fuck you say it, and some white person heard it like, oh, who is that? Oh my God. Stay woke? I want to say that. I gotta say that around my white friends so they know that I'm down. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking say that. Fucking woke. I'm fucking woke. I'm a woke signaler. I fucking had it. I've had it. I support black people in my white apartment on Twitter. That's what I do. I'm fucking here for you. Every white person likes to lie to themselves that they were alive, 150 years ago, that they would have been working on the Underground Railroad trying to help slaves escape, right? I would have been one of the good white people. I would have taken time out of my day. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take your dick out at work when you're at home, Some people still manage to do it. They were in some call, no pants on. All of a sudden standing up, their junk right in the screen. Still figured out a way to get fired. It was unreal. It's kind of good, though, that, those creeps got to take a break, because I felt like cancel culture, they were kind of running out of people to cancel, As much as they wanted to make it seem, there really was a finite amount of people that took their dick out at work. Despite the stats, right? Every 1.6 seconds, somebody takes their dick out and shakes it in a woman's face in a cubicle. You're like, what? Every 1.6 seconds? I must not have been paying attention. Every 3.2 seconds, some man jizzes on a bird and rubs it in a woman's face. Holy shit! I didn't know that happened, right? Yeah, so fortunately, they rounded up all of these fucking animals and they got rid of them, right? But it kind of became like this cottage industry, and it was a way to kind of get rid of some men that maybe were in your way, It's like anything. It always the initial thing, you agree with it, and then it kind of gets out of control. So, I don't know. They kind of ran out of people. There was this kind of hilarious moment, like last year, where they started to try and cancel, dead people. Remember that? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, John Wayne was trending. I'm like, what, they got some found footage? You got a new movie coming out that maybe they shelved? And all of a sudden, there was all these stupid-ass woke white people, right? Oh, my God, did you see what John Wayne said in Playboy in 1971? There's a bunch of fucking white people all up in arms about a dead white guy. I can no longer tolerate this. I can no longer tolerate dead for 45 years, John Wayne, saying things in a magazine that doesn't exist anymore. I am here for black people. These fucking idiots. What kind of a fucking idiot white person refers to themselves as woke? If you actually were socially conscious, you'd realize that white people stole that word from black people. Once again, doing the Elvis thing, right? But you know what? I blame black people for that. One of them fucked up. They were at a party, there was white people there, and they let it slip out. Stay woke, however the fuck you say it, and some white person heard it like, oh, who is that? Oh my God. Stay woke? I want to say that. I gotta say that around my white friends so they know that I'm down. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking say that. Fucking woke. I'm fucking woke. I'm a woke signaler. I fucking had it. I've had it. I support black people in my white apartment on Twitter. That's what I do. I'm fucking here for you. Every white person likes to lie to themselves that they were alive, 150 years ago, that they would have been working on the Underground Railroad trying to help slaves escape, right? I would have been one of the good white people. I would have taken time out of my day, risked my life, And the reality is you'd be doing back then exactly what you're doing today. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. Maybe a little hashtag, Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, my heart breaks on my L-shaped couch. My favorite thing about the Black Lives Matter marches was the store windows that would have the plywood over the windows, and then it would say Black Lives Matter on top of the plywood. I just love the duality of that message, you know? It's like, Black Lives Matter, we're all the same, we're all one. Don't burn down my store, you fucking animals. Everybody is welcome in this store. Anyone can come in, one at a time, follow him. It's just a safe space for everyone. Yeah. John Wayne was born in 1907. That's what the fuck he's gonna sound like. Then you got all these douchebags going like, that's not an excuse. It's like, yes it is. It absolutely is. You are of your time. Look at these young kids. Remember that for like a year and a half? They take a water bottle. They're all standing around, and one kid would flip it, and if it landed upright, they'd lose. Oh, shit. They just lose their fucking minds. Oh. I didn't understand it, but I'm born in 1968, so I'm just like, all right, well, no one tried to slap it out of the way, you know? You do it enough times, it's gonna fucking land upright. What is happening here, right? I didn't want to ruin their good time, you know? They were excited, they're gonna get on their scooters and ride off like a little posse or some shit. I'm like, all right, you can do that. Yeah, so that was like a thing for like half a second. Sean Connery died, the great Sean Connery. Yeah, my favorite James Bond of all time. Yeah, and he was getting a proper send-off for about 8 minutes on Twitter, and then the first hairy-legged white chick shows up, right? And she's just gotta be like, yeah, are we really gonna celebrate this man who advocated the hitting of women? It's like, first of all, he didn't advocate hitting women, okay? He just said, you know, every once in a while, you give him a little slap. You have to give him a little back of the hand to remind him who's making the box office. Reset their hard drive. That's all he said, okay? Yes, it's a crazy statement in 2021. 1976, you know, it's not good, but it's not crazy. Right? And he's born in 1930. You gotta put the shit in historical perspective. You ever watch, I love old movies. You ever watch movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s? Yeah. Anytime a woman even has heightened emotion, there's some guy like, I gotta hold yourself, see? Yeah, go make me a pie, put it on the windowsill. Right? That's what he grew up watching. I grew up in the 70s. I thought being a truck driver was a cool thing. You know, you had a monkey for a friend. You going around, chicks showing their titties. I thought that was the world. I had no idea. That's what I was watching. My thing is okay, so if you're going to cancel all of these fucking dead guys, and you're going to shit all over them after they're dead and they can't defend themselves, why are you only going after men? You know, what about all the horrible women in history? You can't just go after the men. That would be sexist. And this is what they don't want. You know? I mean, what about Coco Chanel? Great example. Coco Chanel, widely considered a feminist icon. She started her own purse factory, right? The 19-teens or 20s, whatever the hell she did. I can't imagine the sexism that she had to deal with, you know? Huh?
A roll.
No, I'm bald.
No.
I
but
mean, I'm going bald.
I know, but but you still had some stuff, residue of hair.
Residue?
Yeah, you had residue. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you could have done a Chernobyl thing that you were doing, but yeah, but you didn't. You just had to shave it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Are we going right now?
No, we don't. There's no rules. But I'm just asking a question.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna answer.
I understand that, but why are you? Your head looks like Darth Vader when he took his fucking helmet off. Remember that when he was just all fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Is that the? That's fine. You're Bill Burr, but.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead. I just
process you coming out of the gate shitting on me.
Yeah.
You know, when you start to lose your hair, you got three options.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
And there's subsets to all of them.
All right.
Okay, you can do the Rogaine, the hair plugs,
Right.
a system, a fucking all of that. Propecia, a fucking they glue some shit on your head.
Right.
They take some of your pube hair and you get an afro.
Yeah.
Or you can just sort of let it happen.
Which you were doing, which I was like, that's the dope way to do it.
Oh, I'm glad I had your approval. Or you can just say fuck it.
Yeah.
And do what I did. So I just said fuck it.
Okay.
But what if
And I do. Like, I love how you came at me aggressive, and now you're going. You got your those little panda hands.
I was.
up.
I love how you attacked my little panda hand.
That's
Let
what
me-
you look like. You look like a little panda.
I know. I was just because when you took your hat
You look like
off.
a little adolescent bear.
I was actually texting with Bill when I was, I was going through my recent problems.
What, when you were coming blood?
No.
Gun in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
No, when
He was. He started spewing blood a little bit.
trouble. They call me Yanni Nets on the show because they feel like we
he's
got to put
passing
nets
out.
behind because I keep almost passing out
Yeah.
on stage.
We'll have those nets out November 9th, Gramercy Theater.
Yeah, we'll put the nets out,
Yeah.
or Mike Emoji behind me in case I fall after
Mike-
his set.
yeah.
he'll be So I told
Mikey
you,
Pillows.
I passed, and Comedy Connection. I canceled my whole weekend. I got off stage. I was doing.
Yeah, I had to call your wife.
Yeah, and I was still struggling with this when I was doing Mohegan Sun at Comics.
Yeah,
and I spoke to Bill, and it was just so nice to speak to somebody older and And
Anytime he goes, he's lying.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. What do you?
I don't know what that is.
It means you're older and wiser, been there.
Further ahead in the career. Let's be
A lot
clear.
further.
Let's be clear.
Kid moves fucking
I mean,
tickets.
the kid's fucking barely selling out bananas.
Yeah, I've almost I sold it out once and I haven't been since I put down the wig. I haven't been asked back.
I got asked to give money back to cops in San Francisco. That's how bad I did.
Oh, I got sent home. I got sent home. Punchline Sacramento. I just, hey, Bill, come on in the
That's on
office.
there
I'm
this
like,
weekend.
ooh, they're really impressed with my new hour. They're like, yeah, Bill, Sunday ain't happening. We're gonna send you home. How would you like to get on a plane right after your show? I got one of those.
Yes. Yeah.
I got demoted from headliner down to feature act the first time I headlined at the Trop in fucking Vegas. The chick I was seeing, I flew her out to see me my big headlining. Oh yeah. And the way you love a child and your idea what they are, I mean, give the guy a minute to fucking process it. Where it's just like, if I just met that person and they said, hey, hi, I'm transitioning, blah, 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 I could, okay, cool, whatever. But then, then there's other levels. If I worked with you for fucking 5 years and all of a sudden you, Joey, were becoming Josephina, there's going to be a period of what? What the and this all the conversation we have and how did I never see that? Blah, blah, blah. Wherever you are on that whole spectrum of dealing with it is what you should be allowed to go through. I mean, the guy is not like, he's not there yet, and I just don't see how putting the guy in prison is going to solve. Like he's going to go to jail and be like, oh, now I'm open-minded.
Now I got it.
Now I'm empathetic. I get it. There's something about coming in here and having to make a shank out of my toothbrush and try not to get raped in the ass that I now understand this.
We discovered that there's
This is the weirdest story anybody's ever said on the podcast. That made me uncomfortable.
From the beginning, too.
No, it's the serial killer tone of his complete lack of emotion.
Thank you. Can I tell you
And
something?
then this happened.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? And I know Bill.
The only thing missing from that story is the sound of somebody gagged, screaming in the other room.
Right. Now I know that you.
Let me go.
Yeah. And I know that you suspect that my husband is a psycho. I've heard about
No, he
this.
is.
Yeah, no, I know, and I actually
completely
agree.
is.
Yeah, and I've been trying to
He is
prove
a
this
psycho.
on this show for a long
He's
time.
just like, there's Bud and there's Bud Light. There's Psycho and Psycho Light. He's not the high calorie one that can't get married and have kids.
That's right.
Yes, but if his thoughts were a movie,
Yep.
yeah, definitely NC-17.
Yep, he's a functioning psychopath.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when I started
Yeah.
dating him, Bill, and this is a true story, when I started dating Tom Segura back in 2005, there were red flags, little stuff. Like when we were, remember?
Little dead animals behind your
No,
apartment building.
not that. But I remember, in the beginning, you're all lovey-dovey, and he'd be like, I like you so much. I like you so much. I just want to gouge your eyes out. I want to squish your face and kill you and put a sledgehammer in your head. Like, remember that stuff, Tom? You're like, I love you so much. I just want to smash your goddamn head in. I'm being serious.
Yeah. No, somebody said that about my kid one time. Oh, my God, look at those feet. I just want to cut them off. And I was just like, yeah, fucking lunatics. Yeah, right there. You can't be with a person like that. So
well, if
you ever need a safe house, we got a guest room.
Well, I'm 2 kids deep now.
I think I used to say, like, I want to put your head through that dresser.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was like, as an expression of love.
Right.
Yeah.
And there were other things, too, like...
because you don't like love and you hate that it makes you feel weak or something, that you want to violently take it out on her?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah. I mean, it worked out.
It did, actually.
Were you frustrated that you knew you had no control over the love that you had for your wife? So then you were starting to feel trapped?
I think it was more of like
that.
I didn't know how to express how good I felt, So I thought
no.
Yeah.
No. He really just tried to play like dim-witted there.
Yeah.
No,
See, that's the problem. I fell for it.
Calculated.
Yeah.
You're everything you need to be to make in this business.
Yeah.
You just can't be creative and just be floating around like, oh, that tickles my artistic fan.
There's an idea.
The chocolate one and then do the green one.
I
and
will.
Then you'll be fine.
I'm excited.
I will.
Yeah.
But you gotta not
dude,
order.
I'm telling you, then you
I'm
just start,
excited for
if you
that
start
smoothie
eating well, the fat has nowhere to hide. It just doesn't. It
right.
just it's like it's just over.
All right, you come back on this show, and I'm gonna be skinny, and I'm gonna call it the Bill Burr. Ethan's no longer fat.
No, here's the thing. I gave you like literally. I just scraped the surface. Okay, and what you want to do is get a nutritionist. Do not listen to your listeners who's going to be actually there's studies about almond milk and all, and there's going to be a zillion things. That's why I got a nutritionist, because if you go on and you try to learn yourself on the internet and you don't know what you're doing, just the first like 3 pages are all dominated by evil food people, where it's just like, no, you're not getting away, and it's just, and then it's like trying to give money to a charity.
Right,
How the fuck do I know that this is a legit one?
That's so true.
How do I know? And it's just so.
Okay, I think I do need to get a nutritionist.
I agree.
But I tried a diet where I got a personal trainer, and she's like, I want you to eat high-fat ground beef, cheese, avocado. I was like, are you sure this is going to make me lose weight?
Yeah, that what, and then what?
It's like the no.
Yeah,
well,
you shit out of fucking.
I was like,
what's your block?
I was like, what are you talking about?
No, like
what is
all
that?
of
That's the keto.
The keto.
I think that what they do is a lot of those personal trainers. What they have is they have down to like a formula how to have you do like a Biggest Loser weight drop, and like how to quickly just cut things down and look amazing, blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I really.
That's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You can't. That's not. She
Yeah.
scared the hell out of me when she was like.
Everything you just said, I'm like, how is this going to move through my body?
Yeah.
What is the lubricant? Where is the
right.
what is going to get me? Oh, well, you drink a stick of butter. Okay. And I know there's a lot of lies about nutrition, but that just goes too far.
Yeah, I think we all can understand.
Just take a handful of raw bacon and dunk it in butter juice and then suck that down. It's just like, all right. You sure? Everything was a lie that you were told. It's just like, all right. It's just like, this is either 100% right or I'm going to Jonestown. So that might, and I don't know anything about that diet, but I found what I've been doing has been working from you.
Okay,
so
I like
try it out.
Yeah.
It's
Get
the
yourself a
being a
nutritionist.
healthy, reasonable human being diet.
Where it's like, so I could, I was 19. I was freshman, sophomore, so I was acting like an idiot. Would
Also
pull
doing
up-
a couple cycles of Winstrol.
Yeah,
at
I was
that
on
time.
Winstrol at the time.
Yeah, he did a couple cycles.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So
Low steroids.
So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Steroids for basketball?
Yeah.
Well, just you could move. I mean, I could just, I could like tomahawk dunk. I was just like being an athlete. Basketball was such a huge part of my life that my friends, when I do comedy, if they, do something with comedy, my friends from home.
Wait, you couldn't dunk and then you took roids and then you could?
No, I always could. Well, I couldn't always. I started being able to dunk when I was like 16. I did Winstrol once for like 6 weeks, so it was a small part of it.
You did a cycle.
I did a cycle. Just one cycle.
Yeah.
Happens. And to be honest with you, when I did that cycle, I was my junior year in college. It was my worst year because I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and all bullshit from
your balls
side
shriveling up?
Yeah, all that.
You could go between the legs a little easier that year.
Yeah, my balls
with the
were shriveled.
anxiety.
But I It was just the way to communicate.
I
in my
love that
neighborhood.
you felt at Division III. I got to get on roids. I need a competitive edge here.
Yeah.
We got to beat LaSalle Academy next week.
Yeah.
When you can talk about, oh, can you believe this guy said that about someone on a podcast? And it just becomes like,
Yeah. My rule became you guys don't have this luxury. You have to like have discipline and do jokes, and those are going to involve the rest of the world. But my rule became, because I'm babbling, I had to go, okay, it's at the end of my nose where all the, I can confess, I can talk about anything. It's not going to be clickbait if I talk about sticking stuff up my butt when I'm jerking off or
What do you stick in your butt when you jerk off?
You
can't brush over that. Yeah, bad
scripts he didn't like.
People's dreams. People's dreams. I'm really fancy. I'm like a Sam Shepard play.
Do you take those little brass clips out of there before you do it, or is that an added Christmas bonus for you?
People's dreams. Yeah. A Sharpie pen, Jim Norton. A Sharpie pen.
Have you really?
Yeah, I tried it because I read a Playboy article about the prostate getting stimulated and stuff, and so I tried a Sharpie pen. But and then
Did you
I
put some hand sanitizer on it or something first, or just find a pen and put
I
it up
thought
there?
that pen is the thing that got dirty, not me.
Cap on or cap off?
It was the end. That's why I picked it.
Shit,
I was
like an
well,
octopus afterwards.
Where'd
he go?
Squirting ink.
The cap is designed to be like a grappling hook. You wouldn't want to actually put that up there.
Just hooks on.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you always learn. That's why
It's
you
like
got to
a
come out to
harpoon.
LA, Jim. You got to learn shit out here.
But
So a pen, did you like it or did you not like it?
well, it was fine enough. I mean, something in your butt is better than something not in your butt,
Sure.
I guess, is what we find out. But the problem is it worth, then you finish orgasming and you're...
You got to go back to Staples.
And now I'm like... now
it's 4:30, there's traffic.
They have to gingerly pull a pen out of your asshole. You're like, that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth this
I
moment.
was just saying he needed more Sharpies.
Did you go in?
No, we're still going. No, I didn't go in for that. You think I'm actually going up? You think he got offered that? He's fucking Johnny
I
Depp.
know,
man.
but I figured, they'd be like, it's Bill Burr. Fucking, let's take a look.
It's Bill Burr. He sells no movie tickets.
Let's try it out.
He sold out an improv.
Hey, didn't you have a clip from Bill's show?
Oh, is this here? I don't know. Our
Netflix
producer sends
approved.
us folders of shit. I don't know if this is it. What is this?
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95, if you want to move in, you can move in, but you gotta fuck me. I need to be fucked a lot, man. Get free food, free rent, and everything else, man. Here's the deal, man.
Is that from your show?
No, I'm just fascinated by that guy. That's about as free as it gets. I mean, he just doesn't care if his mother sees that or. I mean, he
Free is a good word.
He knows what he wants. Is that a bow in his hair, or is that just some shit in the
I think
background?
that's the background.
Dude, he gave out
Do
his
you want
address.
free rent, though? Like, you can get free rent, you get free food.
The reason why he's alone is he suffocates you.
Yeah.
He's very needy.
Very
I need to
needy.
be fucked. I need to be fucked a lot. It's just like, okay. He sounds like, if you were into that he'd be enjoyable for about 2-3 days. And then after a while-
Oh, it would tire you out. Yeah.
Men from jail, homeless, or you're a thug, you want to come move in, your friend can move with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now. You see me, you want to come over today and try it out, man.
Try it out. What do you think?
No, I'm just trying to think what happened. He definitely was not built up as a child.
No.
All that stuff, beat me, pee on me, and all that. It's just like your parents were just... I think this whole childhood were just yelling, "You're not good enough."
Yeah, it's probably pretty
disappointing
bad.
you. I
Yeah.
wish the kid across the street was my son and not you.
Yeah,
Said
it's
horrible
horrible.
shit
Yeah.
like
I
that.
know.
I feel bad for that guy.
I know, but at the same time, it's funny.
However, yeah, but you know what's funny is like he so hates himself that he just he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get like this? No, how does he have a job? Like, what do you mean rent free? Like, what are you doing? Does he drive like a UPS truck and like they're going to see that and be like, well, he what he does in his own time, he's not.
But we can't give him any black eye partners, though. That'd be too
Yeah, just have him have him deliver in the white neighborhoods, so we keep that side of him.
Oh my
What do you think
God.
about drug use? What do you think's going on
Yeah, I
there?
think he's a little high.
Yeah, those rings around the eyes are pretty serious, I think.
But that's such a crazy mustache that if he shaved that off, I don't think I'd recognize him.
It is I didn't even really think about the
Yeah.
mustache. It's a good point.
Very Cheech
It's-
Marin.
Yeah, it's like dated. It's very
It
dated
is.
look. And if he wants to attract
try it out.
men,
Motherfucker pissed on me, try it out. Seriously, probably only as fuck, man. I'm looking for hardcore guys. I mean it. I want to do it.
mean it.
I want to deliver it. I'm a hot white trash. Come dump. Let's fuck.
it's a good offer.
I know.
Rent free. He's a hot cum dumpster.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
Doesn't he have enough pain in his life? He's got to be on this show too. You know what I mean? That wasn't like low hanging fruit. That was actually. If you did that in a movie, if that was the character, you would be nominated because that was an amazing performance. I actually. What I was kind of addicted to was his cadence.
Yeah.
The way he had a very unique way of saying, I don't know what a quip is.
It's a new toothbrush.
Oh, you know what you look? You're looking to write a prescription. I feel like this is the end of a therapy session.
I'm going to send you a quip, okay?
Huh?
Just let me say.
What is a quip?
It's a toothbrush.
It's a toothbrush.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a fancy,
I wanna
really
send you one.
fancy one.
Please,
You'll
it's
like
on
it.
me. You can fucking throw it. You try it out.
Is this how you handle your relationships when people? Should have bitched about something bigger.
Yeah.
Fucking hate my car. You just sitting, I'm gonna get you a car.
Now you've been with your lovely wife for how long? How long you guys been together?
I don't know, like 14, 15 years.
It's fucking it's a good run.
I love her more than ever.
Oh, see,
She's the best.
How fucking happy
She's
he
the
is.
best.
It's nice.
I know.
It's refreshing. I hate when people hate their spouses.
you can
It bothers me.
always.
Yeah. I bitch about her on stage, but I love her. I
Yeah.
do.
No, but you meant it. I fucking saw that bit, and you meant it.
All right, don't yell at me.
So
You gonna put my head through the dresser?
because I love you. Now, you're always looking for ways to spice it up. Every relationship is. I was
Don't
wondering.
do that to me.
I'm wondering.
Okay, if that's what you're looking to do,
if
don't say that I am.
You will consider something different.
Hi, I'm Melanie
And I'm Scotty O.
with Ecstatic Hearts Tantra. And we just want to share that there are many ways to orgasm. You don't actually have to be having sex. You can orgasm just from hugging.
You know what's funny is they like if you switch their hair, they could be each other. They look just like each other.
Robert Kelly's and all that. They all call you Billy. Colin calls you Billy, but I fucking Bill.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
immediately noticing that I don't know about the chain if it's
Yeah.
thick enough to be
Yeah.
that level of confidence.
Yeah, well, but when
that's
the
more
cha-
of a necklace.
when the chain's out.
Yeah,
I
he has on a fat chick ankle bracelet around
Yeah,
his
I
fucking neck.
No,
Yeah.
I say guy when the chain's out.
Yeah, when it
Okay.
chains out. Yeah, but he does make a good point. It's not really a chain. It's more of an ankle bracelet down a big
Well,
girl.
yeah, my kid's mom was like, "Why are you wearing women's jewelry?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Shut up."
Well, here's the thing. His mom bought him for that, and he for high school, and then he found it in his room and
yeah.
he put it back on.
My-
I'm saying his face. It's too much Guido when it comes out.
No, you know what it is? You've aged past that chain where it becomes a necklace. If you're like
Right.
18, I get it. This is his first
Right, yeah.
one.
Yeah.
A relative bought it for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm talking about where they're like the morbidly obese runway modeling, and you're like, but we're beautiful, and you're like, I don't think
No,
so.
I think if you're
going to
be in a movie, you should be. And if you're going to get naked on
Yes.
film,
Yeah.
in TV, and movie, you should be in the best fucking shape you
Stunning.
could possibly be.
Yeah.
Or you go the other way for the laugh.
Right.
But you're doing it for the laugh. But like to sit there and just show off an unworked out body and say that that's brave.
Right.
It's like the bravery is the person who has to look at it.
Yeah.
Because listen, we all look at each other's fucking regular bodies, when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because you love the other person.
Right.
You have to
Yeah.
love somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what's amazing about beautiful people is you're not in love with them, but you can see them naked.
Right,
Like
right.
that's how that's really in shape.
Right. I mean, I know the whole idea is like
No one wants
people.
to see me naked. I joke. You know what I look like naked? I look like I have the exact same body as the Pink Panther. Well, it's just a big head and it's just straight down, no ass, and then I have like the Pink Panther was like at first trimester.
Yeah.
Like,
But we live in an age though that if I was completely naked, I would be called brave
Yeah.
and courageous,
Yeah.
rather than fucking rude
Yeah.
and inconsiderate to make you guys look at me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been asked to, be shirtless. I'm like, it's disgusting. Like, is it because it's funny? Because if it's going to be funny, that's one thing. But like,
Yeah, like
I know that it's
I would do
gross.
it if like can I act like I think I'm good looking?
Right.
Then I would do it.
Right.
But if I'm gonna do it like, yeah, man,
Serious.
this is my body, deal with
Yeah.
it, and literally
God.
put the pressure on you to not laugh at me and ridicule me, is I am living in such a world of fucking delusion. I don't have any fucking pigment.
Yeah.
Just for me, no matter what shape I got into, to take my shirt off, I would be blinding people.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
it's just,
so
it's
white.
Well,
just-
and that's
but
the
I
thing.
have other things that I'm good at.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, so you're the non-binary comedian. Very good.
Very good.
Okay, here's another
Performing
one.
in Irvine. By the way, they didn't mention I'm going to be wearing a dress.
Yes, please.
Okay, would you rather everywhere you go, you have to run to get there?
I'm out on that. I don't even care what the next one is. My back can't take it.
It's literally like you go to the next room in your house to say
Like a
something to your
5-year-old.
wife.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's awesome.
Always running.
It's
Never
a-
stretching, just always running.
You always have to run
If
to
somebody,
Irvine.
if someone knocks on your front door, you have to run there. You have to run on stage.
Heavy
you always
feet.
run.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't care what this is. Or join ISIS. All right, ISIS. Let's get those fucking infidels.
Or every time you speak, you're shouting. So you're basically a toddler. Like you're
Full
screaming,
volume
full
shouting.
Like right
Will
now.
it hurt my voice to do
Of
it?
course, yes.
Yeah, a
it's
little bit.
painful.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not fun. Neither of these are going to be fun.
But you have to go like the phone. Like, hello. Yeah, like that. You always you say everything in that range.
Yeah, and your stand-up too.
I
for
found a
how long.
loophole. I find a loophole.
What's the loophole?
I would just ignore people.
Oh,
So then I wouldn't have to talk to them, and then I just wait till they say my name 10 times, and I'd be like, "What?" So it made sense. There's the loophole. Because you
That is a
need
great loophole,
you
yeah.
need
That
your
is
health.
good.
You need your health, and my body would just hurt so much if
what
I
about
did that.
Your sweet wife who you love, be like, Bill, you gotta go. Yeah, and then she's like, do you think you can take our daughter to the park? You're like, yeah, and then your sweet daughter.
Yeah, but I
comes
could
in.
explain to her. I have an affliction. Ignore the tone of my voice. I love you more than life itself. You're my best friend.
So
I'd love to go to the movies, but you're going to have to do the purchase.
You can't whisper during the movie.
Yeah, he can. He can shout it.
It's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, definitely. He could do it.
I think the wife did it. You get some more popcorn? Yeah, but I actually, because that would be fun. Once my wife was into it, I would just be totally quiet.
Yeah.
And your
Then
act.
having sex. You like that? You feel so good.
It would wear on her. I think the bit would wear on her after a while.
You
No,
would get a
I would just
divorce.
duct tape a pillow around my
Oh, yeah,
mouth.
yeah. All right, so,
So
it
then it'd be
sounds
all
like,
that. Just do it like that. It's still not sexy.
No,
No, it's terrible.
my brain
This is
hurts.
terrible.
The back of my head hurts.
But if you run everywhere, you'd be in great shape,
There you go.
and you can maintain your human relationships.
Yeah, you wouldn't yell at
But
anybody.
it's as simple as like you have to go piss in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, but I would be miserable. I would start yelling at people because your body can't take that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, but you get used to it. What do you mean? You begin in fantastic shape.
That's right.
I used to say.
I thought you were going to start singing a song right there. That would have been perfect.
You think so?
The Louis Changed the World song.
I had this really bad habit from just growing up in the 70s in the Midwest. Like when I was in the edit bay working on Community as late as 2010, I would say, "Oh, take that back. Let's see this. That's gay. Get rid of that." Like I was still doing that. I kind of had to like. There was a sea change during these last like 5 years. Like I like had to and then I found out what it was is I shouldn't be saying that anyway, but I found out the editor was gay, and
Oh, boy.
realized I had been nonstop using that word just to mean like
Lame.
dumb,
Lame,
lame,
stupid.
retarded,
Stinks,
you know.
yeah.
And then I apologized to him, and then the way he accepted the apology broke my heart because it was like he was like, yeah, that word just reminds me of a lot of stuff, you know. And it was like, oh god, like, that really like
the thing
woke
about
me up.
gay though, it's like it used to mean happy, and I was really happy, right?
Sure.
And you never heard them complain.
when it got hijacked, like the really happy people didn't like protesting. People like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That word used to mean we're really enjoying our day. Well, you guys turn around
and brutal are those piano solos. For guys like you and me to sit, like when you see people in tuxedos, I was talking about on the podcast last week, people in tuxedos and they're sitting there and they're watching some dude on a violin or like a piano solo and they're making believe like they're into it. You're not into it. You cannot be into it.
You can
There's
be,
no
but
fucking
like
way.
it's the scene that you shouldn't be into. But listening to a musician playing any instrument at the top of their game, I could listen to that all day long.
Oh, so
I'm
could
not
I.
going to sit there with ruffles on with a big fanning myself.
Right, and going, like that
I'm
shit.
still going
and
to
you
dress
were
like the ant. Yeah, I'm going to take out my lighter.
Yeah, like you came out and said, if I listen to the guitar, the piano solo, I die, whatever the fuck. I was rolling when I saw that Monday morning. I lived for that shit. People
that
don't
Grammy
know
thing?
that. The Grammy thing. I was fucking Bill, you have just been the thing about that they
I wasn't saying that was a bad piece of music. It was just a hell of a fucking thing to have to go. Like, that's the comedy thing. And like, we're all out here because all those babies died and we're going to raise money tonight. All right, your first comedian. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? We know why we're here. You're killing me. Well, you're in therapy. That's a good fucking thing. But
Yeah.
what I did find out with therapy is if you're just going in there and emptying your brain every week, but you're not actually working on it, it's like it would be like sitting down and talking about working
With
and
your
then
trainer.
never going to the gym.
No, I'm like 12-step program. I like do the whole deal.
Okay.
Doing the whole thing.
All right.
It's like exercise. You got to do it every day. You release your resentments every night. I write out who I'm mad at and who I'm holding resentment towards on my little app.
How's it working
It's
out?
It's going pretty well.
You are fucking wound tight. You are fucking. You know what? I never noticed. I don't think I hung out with you because we're always at the fucking store and we
You
talk
don't
for
know
like
this
10
about
minutes.
me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would not want to make you mad.
No. Benton had to see it.
I had a buddy of mine the other day. He's one of these guys all the time is saying, Bill, that's not, that Trump isn't racist or fucking, that thing where that guy went in and shot those Asian women or people at the
massage parlor.
At the spa, yeah. I don't think it was racially motivated. It's just like, I was just like, all right, dude. It's just like, do you understand how funny it is that you're going to tell a race of people that you're not what their feelings should be? Like, I always love the white guys going, yeah, Trump isn't racist. It's just like, so somehow all of those black people are getting their own experience wrong day to day. But you as a white person who has never been them and had to deal with a white guy like that, you have the inside scoop. And I think that that all people do that, including these so-called woke people.
Can I give you the prognosis of my asshole though first?
I would love to know about the prognosis of your asshole. I've heard enough election talk. Let's talk about your rectum.
So I mention it, right? And they go, we got to go to the doctor. I went over there today, and my doctor, Dr. Kawashiri, can I say his name?
You can.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah, yeah, he's one of the best. Don't bleep it.
Okay, I'll
He's
make
one of the
I'll
best.
make it louder.
Yeah, maybe maybe there's some promotion there for him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, maybe start.
Does he specialize in Asians?
I
mean,
with a last name like that.
You know what's weird? He could. He could because
I go to my doctor, Dr. O'Houlihan. he specializes in cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah. Maybe I should switch it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get a black doctor or something.
Yeah.
It seems.
Could you be a little more woke and maybe
yeah.
go to another race for your doctoring? All right.
So he goes. I tell him the problem. And he goes, okay. So, Bobby, depend over. And I've never been like one to go, are you sure about bending over? Like I'm like, me. I jump in. If there's a party, I'll jump in. So I bend over, take my pants off, obviously, right? And
what did you do first?
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I think I fucking
I
bent
just thought
over.
that was going to get a laugh.
No.
I thought it was a ridiculous question. Josh, you're going to break it. He just goes, oh, that's interesting.
No.
I
But
thought that was just
interesting. Because
can't believe
No,
you're going to
because
answer this.
A normal person would have taken the pants off first and then bent over.
yeah.
But what you just said was, I did bend over first and then took my pants off.
Wow.
Right?
Of course
Which
you
is-
did. That's so fucking weird. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And I bent over, and there was that moment where the doctor goes, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Right? And I go, I know how it works. This is the way I do it. Right? So I bent over. Then
I like it. You made it weird back.
yeah. I reversed it on
You
him.
took control of the weirdness. I like it. Now he's weirded out.
Right. And he goes,
What are you waiting for, big boy?